Now it's going to be the struggle. Alright, so in this... can I get back a little bit more? I wish this was YouTube. Okay, so I'm rolling up like a real OG. You feel me, kids? So the moment I stab here, what I'm doing is, well, nothing. I'm just holding on. So you want to hold, because if you don't hold long enough and just stab right here and let go, it doesn't register. So what happens is right here. You can see like in right here, I'm like falling right now, and what I'm doing is because after you stab, you can drop and the cutscene won't play. So what you want to do is you do a little stab, and then the moment the cutscene plays, you want to let go. And then during this, on my like, how big is this size? Make it as thick as possible. On my joystick, the left one that controls your movement, I am like holding this angle basically. And with this angle during this cutscene, I'm running, and then like right about here, because you can see my guy run by. What I'm doing is I'm turning back to kind of face him, because you don't want to run too far, or else you're just like in a weird position. And I'm jumping and grabbing. Uh, I'll probably like actually do this for real and time it sometime to see how long it actually takes. But as you can see, I'm already on. Now, if you get on early like this, though, oh man, I just feel like I'm blowing the mic really hard. But when you get on early like this, see how I can actually get a jump off while he's still going up? This wasn't the best. Like you can be all the way on his head already. So then I'm running. Uh, I am running over onto like a plant position because right here, when you're on the back side of his sigil, like this is the sigil, you want to be like focused. So yeah, your hands are like planted here on it and here. Really, it's just beside each other, right here. Because then what happens is, as you can see, he starts moving and he's leaning forward. But you see, I'm not getting shooken off even here. Like right now, my hands are doing. So this was a bit bad because I lost some time with him just messing around uh, by shaking. Because though you're in like a plant position, you can still get kind of shaken out, but it doesn't like reset you. So second stab. Okay, so sometimes he'll dip his head down for the second stab. When it's there, I don't trust doing a jump stab. But yeah, I actually messed up in this run. I didn't realize. Because usually I don't want to go over 35 seconds in the running time in the corner right there. Running time is currently at like 35. I don't want to go over 35 a lot of the time. So I stumble backwards because I tried to do a jump stab. So what happens is when you do a jump stab, if you let go too quickly after that second stab, he's going to stumble backwards like that. So if you wait like just like a fraction of a second and then let go and jump up, you can just jump stab. So luckily I still got it there, and that's the quickest way is two full stabs and then a jump stab. In my opinion, of course. I'm not sure there's probably maybe a quicker way to do it, but that's how I did it. Now, I'm not sure if this even matters, but like I try and get as close to like where the shadow comes out, though I messed up here. Usually I like to stand on his back, so this time I'm just stand on his face. So, yeah, that was a really slow Valis. I'm not happy with that. I would have liked to have that approximately like 5 seconds faster. So in NTA, there's not much travel. Also, oh my god, that the amount of like pixelation is horrendous. Okay, so on this one, I'm going to do switch to my bow, 1, 2, and 3 rolls. Then I roll towards his foot twice. Now I'm in a position right here, and I aim at that like bottom. That was lucky. That was I'm gonna pause it while I explain this. So he has two like possible things he will do. Um, one option is he's going to walk forward, or the second option is he's going to lift that back leg. If he lifts that back leg, um, it's way easier. Because if he lifts the back leg, see how there's like on that hoof, here comes the dank hoof drawn. There's like kind of a white line here and a white line here. Like, I'll play it for a second. You can see those, like, well, I guess there's three. There's also one really at the bottom. So I like to aim directly like here in my field of view. Because if he does the one where he lifts his leg back, he'll like flip it back to try and like turn kind of. You'll get that shot every time if you aim there. And it's just really simple. So what I did here is I lucked out. I hit it on his way up. That's why I shot a second one, because I did not think I was going to get it. So if you roll too fast or go too quick towards his leg here, there's a huge chance you're going to get hit by the shock wave. I'm not sure if I do. No. So what I'm doing is I'm jumping, and there's like that crevice area. Like, this is his like leg, right? And there's like this little thing I'm jumping on, and you can see I grab it. It's like that little crease. So you want to grab it right there. Now I do one full jump, one half jump, and I just switched because I'm fucking amazing at technology. Alright, that's where we are. But you notice how, like, in a quick just view of this, jump, grab, he only starts getting up it once you grab as well. Full jump, half jump, and now I just start mashing jump. And because of like his leg is like, it's like kind of out of, and you can see like, I think it's either this way or this way. There's a crease in his leg, his thigh. And you can actually just mash jump because the game's physics engine like thinks it's a plane, a flat plane that you can stand on. So I'm making use of that, and you just mash jump. Even if you are a bit too slow, you can usually like make it, I think my mouse shows up here, and then have to do one jump off his side because you didn't make it up fast enough. So from here, I just jump, get down there. I don't really know if there's a plant for this. So there's a thing called like replanting where you stab, let go, and you like kind of hold up and grab. And with that, you'll like automatically position yourself to stab again like it is a plant. So one full stab, two full stabs, and then I believe half a stab. Yeah, half a stab will get rid of it. Now, thing I didn't know till probably 2 weeks before this run, holding the like stabbing button charges your stab faster. Did not know that. I always clicked it and then clicked again. So what you want to do is hold it and then click it again to do the stab. And it just makes everything so much easier. It also makes the Pelagia one cycle possible, which I've never gotten though. So right here I'm jumping. Now there's two ways. You can jump on his spine and go down, or if you I can get rid of this shitty crease drawing. Not save though. So back up about here. So like one of my fellow runners, Ninnies, he always jumps right here. He goes to the spine and just jumps down it. I sometimes do that, but like you can see me like debating to go there right now. But instead what I do is I jump here, and he kind of lowers his back as you jump if you're quick enough. And that actually lets you jump all the way over it, like that. And then I believe I roll once. Now he has a plant here. Coming from this direction, he's got like that little oh, that's terrible. I can't see anything like that. He's got that like diamond on his brow, and then the sigil is like, probably its hitbox goes like this. Now, I don't know if I get the thing. So, see how I'm like kind of positioned still beside this triangle? Like my body's here. That is actually a sweet spot. God, this pixelation is terrible. So there's 2 stabs, and he can't shake you out. Sometimes if you stab too quick, it's not like a true plant. You can still be shaken out. Um, so yeah, you're gonna want to be right here. And sometimes when he's like starting to swing his head, don't stab then, unless you're super confident in your spot, because you can get like flung out, and you'll land like I believe my mouse is on screen, around here, because you'll re-grab over here, and it's just a mess because then you have to redo it. So once again, 2.5 stabs per sigil on Quadratus. Um, yeah, and then I just run down a bit. Preference, I feel. So that was a pretty good Quadratus. Then roll over to Gaius. I'm breathing much too much. Wait. Okay. I was worried for a second I wasn't actually streaming. So 3 rolls. I do a kind of run to switch to my thing, and then I do 3 rolls, and I start shooting his stomach because on his stomach you can kill it. I believe in 2 or 3 stabs. Yeah, I think it's 3 stabs, full stabs on his stomach, and a little bit. So you can get rid of that little bit here with the arrows. And I didn't hit play again. And I went too far. And I already beat Gaius there. And that's too far. So yeah, I'm just trying to pelt his stomach. If you play for long enough, you can like definitely get a good enough arrow knowledge going. So I run back a couple steps, jump so the shockwave doesn't get me, pixelation like a motherfucker. So these are like on this. Ugh, I am a terrible drawer. I hope everyone realizes that. This is the face of his club. This is like those 2 side things right here. I like to crouch a little more to this side and a little back. Like you'll see, and I also turn my camera, so I'm like kind of side angle on it, like this. Like it'll sometimes try and push you, like that's why it kind of flicked that way for a second. So now, if you jump here, you can actually make it to his head. Apparently when it's parallel with the ground. Not the quickest strat. So what you want to do is stand up here, and you notice how I just start like holding my directional arrow towards him, because I want to take a couple steps. And then once again, for me, it's gut feeling. I just jump. Though after like, usually I like listen and it's kind of 1, 2, and it's jump. So, oh wow, really? I retried on Gaius in my PB? Didn't even know that. Wow, I'm shit. Let's try this again. So I've hit 3. I hit 4 arrows there out of the 6. So, oh my god, this pixelation. I hope it's okay to even watch. Run, jump. Yeah, you want to kind of run to the other side of it as well. You want to kind of do a little diagonal run. That isn't even an arrow. What the fuck? Like that. Oh, welcome back, church. I'm hoping this doesn't look complete ass, because I am like uploading it 1,000 kilobytes per second. So let me know if it's just complete ass and I'll try and do something about it. So this time I made it up. And so if you jump down here, because he's still like, oh, you're on my arm, you can get into like, not plant, but it's just that you can't really be knocked out that well when you're on his stomach when he's not walking around, because when he walks, you're done. All right, it looks good. Thank you. Are my dank drawings showing up? So stab, 2, and a third. So a third with the arrows will completely destroy it. I had enough room for another stab, and I sometimes don't trust myself. So you kind of have to wait a second. If you jump too quick, at least for me, I fall off. So it's also kind of blind jump occasionally because of the shadows coming out. So if you jump up here quick enough, you can kind of get on his arm. And he stops. He lifts his arm. Thank you. My paint skills I thought would kind of come in handy, and I only believe it's covering the timer. Like for this one, your timer should be around 138. But so the moment he stops and like lifts his arm a bit, you can do kind of like what I did on Quadratus and just mash. God damn it. Mash that jump button, and he's dead. And I'm up there. And that should be good. So yeah, sometimes on here you can like tumble all over the place and it's really annoying. So I just start mashing jump. Do some bigger jumps. Like that was dangerous. Yeah, this wasn't the greatest. So I make it to his head. Now what I do is I like kind of fall past, because see, that stab didn't work. All right, out of most of them, like this is the sigil size, and like this is the actual hitbox. With Avion, if this is the sigil on its tail, this is the hitbox. Like an ugly toe. But, so that stab didn't work. So I believe I drop. I'm panicking here. So I drop onto his sigil. You basically have to actually stab his sigil, which is funny to say because that's the point, but you actually have to stab his sigil. So 1, 2. I let go and grabbed again. That can be helpful here. And I just need, like, if I wouldn't have messed up that first one, it would have been okay. That was a 143. A good time on him is 138. For me, at least. You can be a bit quicker depending how well you get the stabs in. He does have a sweet spot on his head, but it's, like, impossible. Oh, did I flip off? Because you can save maybe, like, 2-3 seconds if you land in the water. Which is why you'll see me, like, just jump. Time, and unlike usual where you're like, ugh, and fall forward, it just ends. And that's the little time save. So now it's Phaedra. Phaedra is kind of the bane of my existence. I usually don't get a good Phaedra. I really need to learn how. I'll talk about my way, and then I'll kind of try and explain the better way that I see. Like people like Ninnies, and I believe Shuripon also does it that way. So, right here, when I jump, I'm kind of moving my joystick to like move myself like this. I start holding it forward, and then I like turn it that way. Also, you can just like automatically hold like diagonal, because then it like kind of turns your body in the air and allows you to grab his side, because sometimes you'll just jump right past it. But yes, Church, I absolutely agree that Phaedra is the worst. So I move over to right here. I see a lot of people, they're more over here a bit, like one shuffle over. And what they'll do is they'll pick the correct time and they'll like hit the get up and then just like mash jump, and you'll jump all the way up. This is how I do it if I get it the first time. charge jump, I'm kind of on and I'm walking, and then I kind of walk forward and jump. It does not work all the time, and I really hate it. I watched Lobos Jr. do it though, and I was like, oh, that's way easier than the like timing one. So that's how that ended up transpiring of me doing it this way. But so yeah, you're gonna get up here, jump, and then if he's moving his leg, don't try and jump. You'll usually get out, and you're gonna want to jump. If you jump to the bottom one, get into the center of it and mash get up, because he doesn't do a jump from the bottom one. He just does like that reach where he like swings and reaches. So if you're not in the center, it kind of like messes up the your animation and will continue canceling it sometimes depending on your spot on the side, but the center is good. So one jump here, I believe it takes like 2 more jumps from here to get up, and I should be able to walk, yeah. So what I did there is I jumped and slashed, because you need to hit it twice to stop it, and on the second one I do like a little bit of stab, and that gets rid of Phaedra's health bar just a tad, because that's how much is left over on his head if you do all full stabs, is that's what will be left over. So I run up. Okay, I didn't actually... Ooh, never mind. I was not in a good position. You want to be like right on his head because you can plant so easily. Also, from this angle basically, the sigil's like this on the screen. Here is kind of the sweet spot. I'll put a cross through it. That's, and you want to be facing this way or this way. Those are the 2 ways I faced when I sweet spot it. We'll see what I get here. I take it back. Wait. No, I take it back. You can also apparently be facing like this way. Alright. But yeah, that's the area of his sigil where your hands are as I mash the save button on my drawing instead of the undo. So yeah. That's basically the end of Phaedra once you get in plant. Occasionally he'll like either like push his head up really fast, and that'll stop your stab, but usually won't hit you out of plant position. Oh my god, the pixels, man. It's all good and groovy when it's like in a cutscene though, which is annoying. The motion blur does not work with my streaming setup at the time. My any percent run looks way better though, because I actually went and learned how to put proper settings. Man, I must have had a good Phaedra on my PB as well. Not as good as my 127. I could probably have taken 13 seconds off that for my best. But I still saved some time there. So, best possible time, 43:29 at this point. Plus 30. So Avion is another one I'm not the greatest at. I usually mess up, and it's really annoying. Since if you fall off of Avion, you're kind of losing like 45 seconds at minimum. And that's just, it kills me inside. Okay, so this is, the beginning is pretty basic. You swim over. I'm going to grab a drink while my video swims over. Alright, so the only trick to that whole swim is just jumping before your breath runs out, because that's the easiest way to get stamina while swimming. So when I jump on that wing, I'm just holding up. Up usually gets you like on the top of the wing if you hold up. So by the end of his flapping, like, well, don't hold up while you're here. Kind of like always force yourself to go down his back is where you want to hold your angle at on your movement joystick, because you don't want to go any other direction besides down his back. So flap, if you let go here, you'll fall. So the moment he like kind of starts to get out of the flapping, he becomes walkable on. And if you walk quick enough, you'll be able to get there without sliding or anything. And as you can see, he dipped that way. If he dips the other way, there's a way to drop from like wing to wing. What day is it? May 28th. So if you look on Ninny's video, Ninnnyz, Ninnnyz, yes. From, yeah, the 27th. I believe it's the 27th at least. He kind of explains the wing drop if he banks left, though. Right now he's like leaning, starting to turn down right. If he goes the other direction, you can drop, and it's like something like you have to hold one direction then the other direction, and you'll just drop onto the wing after the stab, though, because you'll see what happens every time you stab. So full stab on the wings. When he's banking the other way, it's like you'll see his wing doesn't go in this way, so I just walked because I'm a pansy and don't trust myself. So, man, this is fucking terrible. So there's a little trick here. When he's like this, you can just like let go and kind of re-grab. Not immediately, but just give it a little time so you slide down his back. And as you can see here, I'm nowhere near his sigil. And the only reason I'm going the tail first is it's safer. Like, if you don't get the wing drop, it's not exactly a lot of loss of time. Except right here, because I remember what I do. I mess up some of the rolls, and when you mess up a roll, you jump. And you get caught on the air current. Like that, and I don't move forward. And now I was too slow to actually get up, because usually you can run all the way and roll on his wing over to it. But since I was so slow getting up, he started flapping again. So kind of just try and get as far that direction as you can. That's the best thing I can offer you when you're in this position of him flapping. And I don't know his wing pattern here after you wait too long, because it's not the greatest to know unless you need backup strats, which I needed. So I lost 40 seconds there off of a great time. As you can see from my live segment that's going down, the moment the live segment starts, it means you're past the time that your best is. So, like, apparently I had already beat this guy like 20 seconds ago, 30 seconds ago. And yeah, just swim toward Avion here. And then hit that timer, boy. And apparently my PB, yeah, maybe I lost, over 40 seconds compared to my best, which I believe was like a 150 on the timer in the corner that you can't see. That was about like a 240. So yeah, a minute. So Barba, 2 ways to do the strat. Both ways are fine. I'll just explain this one. So also, when I say 2 ways to do the strat, I literally just mean shuffle left or shuffle right. Either way, you got to do the same thing. So for some reason, my game just gets extremely dark or extremely light, and I need to fix that. I don't know how. But so you're going to start by running left a bit, and then he lifts that foot, and he's coming down with that foot. And when he comes down, it's just like in real life when you like stomp something and you're really trying, your like upper body comes down with it as well. So his hand comes down, but it's completely black. So you can jump into his, it's such a terrible lighting, The only reason I can really do it here is because I just know how. It's like, this is the grab. It's a banana. It's a bananas. So I want to jump into the banana, i.e. his hand, and you can stand right here. This is you. Here's your sword. So, and from here you can jump on. He has a furry hand. He's a hobbit, like weird mess up, and got furry back of the hands, said furry back of the feet. My references are on point, my bro. So yeah, and then when you can see me jump here. Now, the moment you land on his fur, sometimes you'll jiggle out, but the moment after you jiggle out, you have a split second to do a jump, and you can make it to his ridge on his upper arm. Yeah, so you can make a ridge like this ridge that I'm on right now. Second time, you can do about a half jump to get all the way up, and depending on what wiggle cycle he's on, he'll either lift his hand really quick, or after a half jump you can move over. So I actually landed in a great spot. God damn. Where am I? Actually, I made it really far. I guess these ones don't really have a lot to talk about. Alright, here we go. So he has this like bracer on his arm. This is the gap between them. They go this way around his arm and this way. Now, these drawings are going to save anyone wanting to run this game. There's a little bump right here that you can't really go past. And I'm positioning myself right up against it. Right here, as you can see. So, once again, Ninnies has like an actual like visual cue, as my cue is just, I think I should go. I play by like gut feeling, and it's not the greatest way to play sometimes. So right here, I think I let go, and I start running up his arm, and I believe I take one step and jump. See how I took that step, as I actually took a step in real life off my chair? You take that step, and you jump. Now when you jump, because how his arm's going, because he's moving it up, you fly. Let's get the drawings in here. I need to do something. Here's his brim. You'll usually catch his brim when you fly up. Usually around here. I don't know what that last part is. Here's his little eyes. Let's give him a nose. Then it goes down. Alright, so you want to jump and you'll grab. Oh no, see what happened is never mind, I did get the right place. So I just quickly as possible jump up. I mash that jump button to jump on top of his head. Now his sigil in the position of this thing is like this. Kind of. That's his sigil. What you want to do is, as you saw, I started running backwards, and I ran, like, I jumped up here, I ran around, and I turned around, and I grabbed. This is a plant. Oh, is my audio cutting in and out? It's mostly out. Shit. Why are you doing this on my wedding day? I wonder where this thing's plugged in. Once again, this is my friend's computer, and okay, I have no clue where that's going. Give me a second. Okay. Let me know if you can hear all of this sentence. It's going to end with the word peach. So I really like peach. Okay. I checked that. I did like push things in more. Hopefully I've had my audio on while I explained everything, because these drawings are not the greatest. So, recap of my drawn. This is a sigil right now, as you can see here. Uh, so that's the sigil. 10 seconds of Nana. Is it working now, though? I'm just gonna listen to myself. And da, da, da. I'm listening to my stream right now. Okay, I can hear myself the whole time. So, hopefully it's working now. Okay. So, now that I think my audio is working, my glory days of explaining the whole game. I don't want to do it again, man. There's so much to it. So this is a sigil in this position, and so the moment I get up, I want to run around and position myself facing down and grab. This is a plant, and as long as you stab him before he rears up his head, it's fine. He won't rear up, basically. You'll see that he like stops, and that allows for another, and I believe he is 2.5 on his head and 2.5 on his back. I did 2 3/4 though, so I kind of got up too quick and fell onto his side, but I luckily got up quick. I have a lot of stamina because I didn't have to like hang on his arm very long before getting up. I drop, so I did a tiny stab to stop him from walking because it's really annoying when he gets in the walk. If you stab right before he like starts shaking his back and shaking his thing, you can cancel it by doing a stab. So you can get a full stab here. Oh my god, this back is horrendous. So I do a little bit of a stab. It isn't working still? Huh. Okay, I'm gonna listen to my stream while I talk for a bit, which is gonna confuse me, but uh oh yeah. I've heard everything I've said so far that I remember at least. Man, I don't even remember what I say. Okay, that's working. I'm just gonna like I need to stop talking or stop talking because it does seem like a very long period of time between each of my words. So I'm gonna keep talking for like 5 seconds in a row. Well, I guess I've been talking for like 13 seconds in a row. So we'll check now. I'll pause. Hydrus. Okay, that whole sentence came through for me. Did it all come through for you? Because otherwise, I think it might be on your end. But yeah. Let me check OBS. Okay, yeah, it's picking up everything I say, unless I get too loud, because I do have a filter thing where it like cancels if it goes over a certain decibel, and I've had to like I literally have my mic on times 20, so it's audible. For some reason, this one's really bad. Noise gate. Ba 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 ba. Maybe that. Oh, it's not even enabled. Never mind. It's not that. Okay, so I'll just, I guess, continue on and hope it's working. I'll definitely check in post. Okay, that drawing is done with. Basically on his back, just land there and try and stop him from rocking and rolling. So Hydrus, there's a Ninni's tutorial for this one. He's the one I learned it from. So the moment his second, like, there's that pull in the distance, and he has like spines. He has 1, 2, 3 spines. The moment his second spine lines up with this, you want to jump. And I jump, I start swimming at that angle. Because you want to make it, there's a leaf right here, which is really hard to see with the pixelation, but it's right here. And I'm like 2 feet away from it. And I beeline it towards him basically, as well as there's a leaf right here that once again is like probably unseeable, but there's one right there. And as you swim up to it, you stop right before it. And now I position myself backwards from it because from this position, wait, is my? Okay, never mind. I was going to be like, is that playing right now? But I can't hear myself, but no, it's not. Undo. So I'm going to jump like this way. And while I jump, I'm going to perform a jump stab, which is where you jump, hold the grab button, and hit your sword. You want to hit grab first, though, before hitting your stab button to get the jump stab out. And I'm going to do it right as his like nose is starting to like level out. See how he's going up, and now he starts going back down. So I don't think I got it on this one, though. So, well, I got this part. Now what you're going to want to do is jump onto his side. This is where things get a bit tricky because he has to make him like actually not go back underwater and leave you to die. He has to either like tilt his head. Audio's working? Okay, that's great. And he either has to like tilt his head really quick, and I'll show you in the one I believe I get it on, or the music starts. That's why you see me retry. The music didn't start. And that's an automatic retry. You're going to waste more time not retrying to get back on him. Because even if you jump all the way down to his tail, he will still stay under. So second spine to this leaf about 2 feet away. Start swimming up to the other leaf. Position myself backwards. And jump stab as his nose starts going back down. Get hit by that one, that's fine. I'm kind of on him. Boom, he did that head shake and music would start, the battle music. So I take out his thing. You can also jump stab this, but it's a lot harder. So then using the like hold stab thing, I go through and stab each of them. And it gives you enough time for a full stab each time. I don't know if I get the full stab here. I do. Okay. And that ends it. 57 seconds is around where it usually ends if you don't do the jump stabs. With jump stabs, you can get it around 50 or even earlier than that. So I'm going to skip this because it's really long. So Kuromori. Kuromori is your bread and butter. You should not mess up Kuromori like I did on my first any % run, where I messed up 3 times. And it killed my soul. So Kuromori is just a simple whistle. Then I run 2 windows over. I already know where his foot's going to land because I played it way too much. Shoot out his 2 legs. You can roll through these windows and gates. So I also switched to my sword up there. So if you jump off his leg, you can do that weird glitch thing right onto his chest. So each one is 2.5 stabs again. And on the last sigil, I will do 1.5 stabs and then a jump stab. That was pretty slow though. There's ways to make it way quicker. I know I have one. Like as you can see, my live segment's already going down. I have like a really great one that I don't even remember how I did. I'm gonna have to see if I got it in a PB because I need to know what I did to go so fast, or just watch like one of the NTA records for it. So Basaran is the biggest deal breaker in this game. This is where a lot of people just can't deal with it. Even now, I will just literally like quit. I will reset runs just because I get a bad Basaran and I'm not happy with it. So the easiest way I've found is just automatically jump onto your horse. You want to turn around, jump on. I missed, so it's probably not going to work. 100% I'm going to get shot right here. Or, why isn't he doing it? Yep. So, if you mess up getting on your horse, which if this is the run I think it is, I mess up 4 times. Because that happened once. Nope. What's up, Flippin'? But yeah, so you're going to want to run under him. And yeah, I'm actually only watching my video of my NTA record because I don't actually have my PS3. I'm back in Moose Jaw at a friend's house doing a secret basement stream, and across the room for each. For some reason, everyone just goes back and forth, and I don't know if it's because it has to be done that way, but that's just because it's supposed to start on Argus. Or not Argus, start on Velus and end on Malus. I don't know if it's like possible to. You'd have to ask the person who makes the rules for NTA, because I've thought that exact same thing. Why don't I just go and go in a row? But apparently you have to go back and forth. That's what everyone's done. So you'd have to ask one of the mods on the speedrun.com. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good flipping. I'm just doing some good old commentating to teach the folks how to play NTA with some paint drawings. So yeah, for this one, you're gonna want to run at him, and when he starts lifting up, you can jump. There's one grab you can get that makes it super easy. It's when you grab the edge of him, because then you can just get up and run down him. So what happened here is I grabbed his side, and I have to drop to his leg and jump up. This is actually quicker than doing the safe get up. Because as you can see, oh no, I was way too slow. If you're fast enough there, he won't rear, and it's just beautiful. So he reared. If you're in crouch, you can just automatically roll. Now, he does have a habit that he'll turn back into the cave. If he does that, just jump on his head and start stabbing. Do jump stabs. You have to do quick jump stabs or else you'll fall off, though. I will be the MS Paint god. So yeah, the moment he's out of the cave, he won't you'll be able to actually like stab while he's doing this motion. If you're in the cave, for some reason you just like get all loosey goosey. So 3 stabs and he'll switch his method. In this method, you can get a plant, which I believe I am in. Yep, because I started doing it. Operation, you've done it. Are you the Basaran master now, flippin'? Gonna show me what's up. Take me out a second. Do it though, seriously. Give me that extra push to actually like find a place I can stream from full time. And by that I mean when I'm not working. Because I'm actually back in Moose Jaw to get a job because that happened. Haven't played in around a week. Yeah, I haven't actually played since I left. But yeah, for people wondering, there's not a lot to Basaran after you get up. It's just the get up that's hard. And your two options are grabbing on the top of his shell when he goes down, and grabbing his side and then dropping to his leg. And if you drop to his leg, it's quicker, but there's a good chance you might fall off if you don't jump at the right time or land on his leg at the right time. So I usually drop onto his leg. Like as you saw, he was like pretty much vertical almost, and that's when I dropped. Because then if you drop onto his leg too quick, you roll off and it's just a mess. So Dirge. Dirge is like, to one cycle Dirge, there's two different ways. One way is way easier to learn. Jack is freaking out. I'm glad I have the Jack fan. Shoutouts to Jack. What's up, buddy? But so Dirge is just run onto your horse. You should start riding towards him, because the closer you are to his face, the more likely it'll, sometimes I get too close and I get hit by him, and that's annoying. So shoot him in the eye. Usually you have a good amount of time. I ran any percent first. And right after my any percent run that was around 2 hours, I went to NTA and I got a sub hour. Freaks out some more. So NTA is easier than any percent. So it's nice to run. You get most of the tricks down. It's just that in any percent, you have to position yourself differently. So if you want to get like the bases down, get your meat and potatoes down, I'd definitely start with NTA. Any percent's fun. It gets more viewers because people like watching the full game, even though you skip all the cutscenes. But NTA is it's good to get all the basics down. I would play NTA first if I had done it, if I had to redo it. So what I do here is I just kind of go around him as to like get behind him, because I'm going to start chasing him. But you don't want to go too fast or you'll actually catch up during the cutscene. So that's why I'm getting it. Now I'm starting to like really push the horse to go. So he runs in the wall. You can just right here jump on. Sometimes you'll get hit by the stab. So here's the trick to doing the stabbing part. One, and then I will do it in my head or out loud. This is what I do. I don't do the fast stab here, but I go 1, 2, and stab. Just that 1, 2. And it's also just like when I feel like it's getting too big, I'll stab as well. But as you can see, if you stab too much, he'll go underground, and it's done. The other thing you can do is 7 arrows, but they all have to hit the sigil. And if you do 7 arrows, that is fucking horrendous arrows. And so 7 arrows. Now that just looks like a fucking arrow. God damn it. This is going to bug me. I am horrendous. So 7 arrows and 2 full stabs. Or you can do 2 full stabs and 1, 1, 2 stab. That looks like a 3, and I'm ashamed. I'm going to stop now. You started shiny hunting? I did in Y for a bit as well. I got myself a shiny Poliwag, and that's pretty much where I stopped. Also, you'll know you did it wrong if he goes back under. And yeah, 7 arrows is easier. It's safer, but it's slower. So also, like, here, he has such low health, I just know. I'm like, yeah, I got it. Some people will also do the same amount of stabs at the top, just because they're like, okay, I need to know I got it right. Because you can do the same amount of stabs, the two full stabs and one two stab, um, and if that sigil disappears, that means the other one's still there, and you didn't do enough on the first one, and you save yourself the 45 seconds. I don't like being safe though, nor do I like having to do that like precise stab more than once. So, man, I'm only 4.1 seconds ahead. I guess my best possible time of 46:13. I do get like a 46 like 50 something. If this is the right one, I think it is. So with Celosia, you're just going to want to go over here, jump up. I kind of look for him, and the moment he starts charging, I jump at that like angle. And I'm basically close enough. If you land on it, it's a bit quicker. So then I want to roll twice and then jump into the shadows that I can't see. But I think that's my game as well. So if you jump over the fire, it automatically gets rid of it. So most people, or at least the people who are really confident in themselves, will not even look back and just drop their torch. They'll just drop it and then pick it up. And you'll see what the reason for that is in a second, because I look at him, which I guess is a better way to train yourself. See how he stops? I drop it. The moment my sword like comes out, I pick it up. But for some reason it didn't charge here. So I drop it, sword starts coming out, pick it up, and he hits you off with him. Okay, yeah, get that Delibird. Name him Plush, and he will kind of suck because Delibird is trash, but that reminds me of myself, so I love it. So, blind jump did not go out so well because you can like automatically. So I luckily got up because it can be kind of a hassle getting back on him, especially when you don't have the fire. So, basically, if this is like the long of his back, his sigil's up here. This whole area is basically a plant. Like the whole back of him is the easiest thing to get a plant on. It's just good. From chain, yeah, chain fishing's way easier than any other shiny hunting. That's how I got my Poliwag. But yeah, so the whole back of them is all like if you stab anywhere on them, it counts. And Celosia has two stabs, which makes him super easy, and he can't knock you out of the horde. I've seen it occasionally where he like kind of moves in a weird way and his armor gets in the way and you kind of like bounce off it. But that's like the most that happens. So right here I'm trying to get into the water because it's the same thing with Gaius. If you're in the water, you don't have to deal with that. It just automatically like ends basically. So yeah, right here I have so much time because I'm at 28:30 and my Pelagia. I don't know how to say it. I'd like to find the pronunciation so I could say it right for once. I say it 3 different ways and I doubt myself every time. Oh yeah, that's good. Is the audio messing up for you, Flippin'? Because we've been having some troubles. And I'm not sure. Because every time I listen... Okay, it's fine for you. Okay, yeah, it might be on your end, Church, because every time I listen, it's fine. Alright, so... Oh, your phone. I'm going to back up, because I really need to explain this one. This is another one that's just an ass. So... We're going to want to... Yeah, the slight buzzing, I had to turn my mic up to like times 20 to even be this audible. You can barely hear... Okay, the buzzing or... Okay, it cuts out, yeah. So it should be... Yeah, it might be on your end, Church. I'll definitely highlight this whole stream though, and we'll see if that you can watch it on something else. Do I have paint up right now? Sigil. So you only need one shot on him, and it has to hit his face though. It can't hit his horns or his body. It has to hit his face to make him get the red, or I guess orange. Orange little tinglies, I'll call them. Because if you get shocked, you get tingly. Um, so then you just run out front, and you can jump right onto him. If you mess up the jump, you usually catch. Occasionally, you'll just slide down him, but I wouldn't worry about that. If you get up, you're up. So his one tooth does not appear, at least in PS3. So the moment it does appear, you can hit it. So I messed up and didn't hit it fast enough, but he moves over that way actually. So this is a little trick. When you hit him sideways, and then hit him forward, he actually, even if he's went all the way sideways that he should go, he'll move a little bit more. So usually what I do is 2 hits to the right and then a forward hit, and it works. Or it might be side hit, forward hit, side hit. But let's go side, side, forward, because that's what I told Ninnies yesterday. So I'm going to hit it forwards. I'm going to stumble a bit because I'm drunk apparently, or at least Wander is. Jump up here, and you're going to... I like to just stand there and then go behind. And then automatically run out, because if he can't see you, he'll just be like, where do you go? I don't know. I'm going to turn away. And then you can shoot him. You cannot shoot him more than once. If you shoot him more than once with your arrow, he'll just start walking away. And I don't know why. But you don't actually need to shoot him at all. You're Gucci. So there is a 1 cycle, and it's exactly where I am right now. Well, you basically have to have his hands drawn time. There's this thing on his sigil, right? And there's like one on this side too. If your hands are right here and right here, that's the position you need to be in. I've never got it though, and I won't get it in this thing, so I can't say to 1 cycle. So to 1 cycle, it's 1 full stab, and I just did 2 stabs because I'm a pussy. Okay, so for 1 cycle, you want to stab once, stab one that's almost full, and then you get another full stab and another full stab and he's dead. And then you don't have to go through this whole mess. But I let go, and I swim up here as quick as possible. I run back. I switch to my bow. And because either you'll have to wait 10, 15 seconds, or you can get it immediately. So you have to be holding L1 to track the Colossus, and just hold like your bow. Boom. Crouch. Still get hit, but watch, he'll go down immediately now. There you go. That's my trick of the day. They are indeed the dankest drawing skills. Because I don't think anything really happens in that corner of the screen besides the timer. So, sideways. Sideways. I don't think this is good. No, this is not good. I think I should have went sideways, forward, and then sideways if needed. Because, yeah, I lost some time here, but it wasn't bad enough to actually say it was bad. So jump on. Once again, I do the exact same thing. Stand here, go behind, run out front. Sorry if my voice is getting like shitty. I have not talked this much in a long time. And 2 stabs. Make sure you're on his sigil. because if you're not on his sigil, and you do like a miss stab and it just doesn't do any damage, 2 stabs is all you get before he goes down. Besides if you one cycle him. And yeah, having to get back up is just too much time loss. I think today I have been streaming. Okay. I've watched 32 minutes of this video. I want to say like 50 minutes to an hour. As you can see there, did not get a gold segment, but I saved like almost 3 minutes. It's the one nice thing about having a kind of bad run is you just have places where you can save so much time. Like I believe Avion I saved time and Pelagia I saved time, in this one at least. Oh shit, really? You're longer than an hour? And I've only watched like 33 minutes. I didn't think I'd talk that much. Okay. I automatically start by holding L1, taking my bow out, getting it fully charged, and I'm gonna see it. You can see like there's the outline of his head here. It's very, once again, the brightness is terrible. But yeah, I don't know, notifications don't always work, and it's really annoying. But yeah, so his head. I shoot when it's like kind of, let's get this drawn down. Oh, yeah, I guess you did miss out on like 10 minutes of me just not knowing what I was doing. So this is the outline of his head. I'm aimed here when I let go, basically. This section. I would change color, but I have it in small mode and can't easily get to the toolbar. So that's one, and that will hit. Right here, he has like this thing where it's like this, and in the very center of this thing right here, there's like a little like line or something, a little bump on the bottom, and if you shoot right there with your arrow, it'll hit the second one. Now the third one, same thing, there's that bump on the second piece. Shoot, and I've done it enough that I don't actually have to look for it to go. And if you rear looking this direction, you can go right through there. And that's a bit of a time save. Also, I'm really proud of myself because I have another run where I just run into the wall at the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and meet up with him on the right side of this big hill. I'm going to miss. JK. I usually miss that, and I have to get up again. Because if you're too slow, you can get scraped off by that rock if you're too low. So I jump. Kind of landed well. So right here, you're going to want to do one full stab. And then like where your stamina is, I'm going to stab all the way to it, basically, or just past. And he won't barrel roll now. And then you just like jump down his back, because the like air pressure pushes you. Holy shit, this pixelation. So one full stab. Now you can do the little stab again, and he won't roll, but if you do too much of a stab, he's going to roll like this. And you can actually mess up the first one, and it still doesn't matter. It'll work. But you just have to be quick. You have to be extremely quick if you miss the first one. So there was a chance I could have fallen off there, and I probably would have cried. So what I'm going to do here is one full stab. I could probably do a little less than a full stab and a jump stab. And that's a really good phalanx. Yeah, it's fucking terrible. Every break I had at work, it was raining. And I was so salty. But I guess the rain washed away the salt. But it was not fun. But I do have a rain jacket now, so that's pretty cool. Dude. Okay, there is a pot. You can just jump stab every time. And it'll work, but you just have to be fast. You gotta be Sonic. And due to the fact I'm only Sonic 10% of the time, I don't trust myself. But yeah, gold segment. My only gold segment. So if you're like doing a run and you haven't had a single gold, but you've had it kind of consistent, don't worry about it. You can still PB half the time. Unless you're like sure upon, then you need to be like super consistent and get some golds. So Cenobia. Cenobia is another one that a lot of people just don't understand. So gotta be Sanic. Sanic quick. So you're gonna roll through this pillar and column. Jump right on the edge. If you don't jump right on the edge, you're just gonna fall in there, and you may as well reset. And Jesus, I need to get a new PB on NTA. All right, Church. Have a good one. I'll definitely highlight this, so don't worry about missing it. So right here is an important part, though. See where I am standing? I'm like directly beside it. Are you gonna run? All right, you said you were gonna run. Are you gonna stream it though? Are you streaming, Church? Because if you're streaming, I'll definitely throw you a follow so I can watch. Because it's kind of the one game I watch. But basically, when he comes down, you're gonna want to roll kind of diagonally past him, and then you're gonna want to jump like diagonal at him. And I don't know if I'm gonna get it first try. No. So he kind of turns back though if you're in this position. Oh, you don't have anything to stream with? All right. I use an Elgato, my PS3, and a kind of shitty computer, but it gets the job. It gets the job done. I bought like this kind of base model computer. It was like a gaming PC, but it was like the low end where it's like, but you could have 4 tiers higher, and I was like, but that's 4 tiers of money higher, and I can't do that. So yeah, I use it's easier to stream console, which is nice. But yeah, I play PS3, hook it up with my Elgato, and there's a chance you can get an Elgato for like $100. Okay, yeah, I use Elgato then if you just need a capture device. Um, yeah, Elgato's good. I use the Elgato HD, not like the HDI one, the new one. But yeah, I'd suggest that it's good. And then I just use OBS, and I need to update my OBS settings, but I'm not at home. So like I'm streaming off of like at the moment 1,000 to 1,200 kilobytes per second upload. So you don't need a lot, but it's better to stream at 1.8 megabytes per second, or megabits per second, sorry, if you want to stream 720p. But yeah, Elgato HD is my device of choice. I don't know if it's great though. I'd look up reviews for sure, but that's what I would use. So back to the Cenobia. So Cenobia, you're gonna, I believe I get it second try though. JK, this is already infuriating me. So when he backs up, get ready to roll again. And since I'm in the exact same position, boom, roll. I got more of an angle that time, did not work. Messed up. Man, this is bad. Got it. You have insane. Oh, you're so lucky. I want good internet speeds. But yeah, I'm back in Moose Jaw. At a friend's in Moose Jaw, but all the well. But yeah, so if you jump, this is Cenobia's side. He has like this little plate here on his leg. This is his leg. The triangle is his leg. So you can either jump this way and you'll like kind of get stuck on top of it, or jump this way and you'll get stuck on top of it. In my opinion, it's easier to jump from this way. And the moment you get up, you basically have to jump away. If you don't like immediately jump away, you'll either tumble or fall off. So, gotta flick that stick. and then hold it. And then when you hold it, boom, you'll land right here. I was really slow this time though, and I'm not happy with that, as I have got it like first jump before. So then it's just 2 arrows to his head. He is on the bad side, but you'll see what I do. But yeah, no Shadow of the Colossus streams currently because I don't have the equipment with me. Like that's why I'm just on his computer with 2 monitors. That's why I'm watching my own video basically. But yes, eventually, within a month, I'm hoping that in June I can get it. So if anyone's wondering why the hell I'm over there, during this cutscene, you can jump through the like little gaps and run and roll. Because during this cutscene, it's one of the cutscenes you can move in, like Valus is at the beginning, where you have to run through it. So you can get up here. I get up here though, and I just jump to here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run as fast as I can and shoot him. Because if you shoot him, he's in full-on rage. Rage and Cajun mode. Cajun is in Nick Cage, though. My favorite Cage. For some reason, in this one, he kind of got lost on his way to me. But as you can see, he's like... Where is he? He's going to get ready to hit already. JK. Wow, this is bad. I'm so angry at this. He sometimes does this, where he just like... It's like, nah, man. I'll get your pillar under you another day. So the moment he's like that, he's gonna charge no matter what almost. Oh, sorry. So just jump to that side thing. Now I believe I miss as well because when it rains, it pours. You feel me? Murphy's Law. Everything that can go wrong must go wrong. So I blind jump. JK, I landed it. But I'm not near his back, so it's not a great position. There you go. Like that, on his back. Same thing as Celosia. If... that was awkward. This is his back. This is his sigil. This is a good place to plant. Slightly excited. I am glad. I bring all of the hype. And by that I mean I play Shadow of the Colossus and that's it. Oh man. 40 seconds at least. Probably 45. That hurts my soul. I could have had like a 46 run, like on the dot. That being said, due to the fact I know I get sub 47 here, I had a really good Argus and Malus then. So, I'll try and explain Argus. I do have a tutorial video highlight on my Twitch channel that I did one day. And it has like a lot of information just written in the description of it. So, I'll try and do it here though as well, where I talk about it with pauses and stuff. So when he starts stomping, you can jump and grab his leg. As you can see, my charge bubble's already going. I am fully charged so that the moment he's like right there, because if you jump while he's like there, you'll actually just jump straight up and not along him, and you'll miss. And it's just hell. Pull the two apart. Celosia hates fire, Cenobia hates architecture. Classic Nero. But yeah, so when he's in this position, you can run on top of his leg. And you want to be in his belt. Like, if this is like the belt buckle part, and like the rest of the belt's here. Everyone knows it's a belt, right? You're going to want to be, like, your right hand is going to want to be around here. At least for me. So I want to, like, I'm in a good position to myself. And what I want to do is I want to launch myself by holding the um, jump button at all times and holding like this direction on the directional joystick. So let's see, do I get up first try? And when you only need half of your stamina thing charged to get a proper jump up. That's why you can see I'm not like letting go, because I won't make it all the way up. Some positions are better than others, and you can get up on the first walk cycle, like I did. But I got up at the very end of it. You can get up at like 18 seconds into the thing instead of 46 where I'm at right now. So if you're like have no stamina, when he like shakes his shoulder back, you can let go and try and re-grab kind of quickly, and you'll slowly make your way up his arm without wasting all your stamina. As well as the further you get up, the less he's going to shake and he'll actually stand up. So now he has a sweet spot. And he is really rocking and rolling. So the thing is, so I did not get it. Let's see if I can save this. So I stab here to stop him from rearing back. This is a good place to explain his sweet spot. Here's his little, in this position, he has a little like spine thing that goes up, and his sigil is here, and the outside of his head's like here and here. So you're gonna want to, like, how I get it is I'm usually, when I'm running up his back, I run to here, I run this way, and I'm facing that way, and I grab right here. Like right on, probably that like thing like this. You want to kind of grab the tip of it actually, so you'd be like here. But, so I stab him to stop him, and I turn around. His plant is really open. Like, as you can see right now, I'm like holding right here, and I'm still getting full stabs. So I would say anywhere in this area is good. And I hit save instead of undo again. Well, I am Brett Town. Yeah, actually I remember that. Actually, I needed it to rain and use a rare candy. It stopped finally. But yeah, I remember when I was trying to like evolve that like one dragon Pokemon that needs rain, it just would not rain anywhere. Alright, so I get my, I would like to say it's 3 full stabs, but I don't actually think it is. I think you can like go 2 3/4. So I run to his shoulder because that's the best place to get stamina. You can like YOLO drop to his hand and get a stab in. It's just, it's above me. So this is enough stamina already. I could go right now. In fact, I could have went without even stopping. So I drop down onto his arm, and you don't have to do a charge stab on his little sigil. You just have to do any stab possible. So the thing is, when you're in this position, this is where it can, a lot of people will just fall off. Because when he goes like this, you'll fall off if you let go. So the moment his arm stops, that wasn't even supposed to happen, but that was actually pretty good. The moment in my like tutorial that's highlighted on my channel, it gives a lot better of an example of getting down onto his arm. But you want to basically grab here, then drop into his palm and do 1 full stab. And it gives you lots of time for a full stab. As you can see, I like walked over a couple times and I can almost get a full stab. JK, I get a full stab. Horde hunting time, flipping. Sounds like a plan. Am I going to PB this? Because that was actually really bad. And by PB, I mean gold split this. Because I'm not happy with that at all. So yeah, I just ran up his arm. Just because I like to be close. Close and comfortable. Oh, am I dropping frames? Let's check. No, I haven't dropped a frame. Yeah, it says it might just be because of how major the like pixelation is, and or it actually dropped a frame when I was playing. But I have not dropped any frames, it says. So we've come to the uh, end of our journey in this NTA commentary. So best possible time is 47, so that means I gold this time. Malus is easy once you get the pattern down. All right, see you when you're backflipping. So you're gonna want to just beeline it for this this post. So he hits that, and just keep running. Don't stop. So when you run down here, you jump, and the moment you hit the ground, you have to roll. If you don't roll, you're gonna get shot. So because in this game, you can roll out of a jump, like with no leg. But if you don't like do it properly, you're gonna land, do this like just stop, and then roll. If you have that stop, it's gonna be a lot harder. So, ooh, that's not good. I take a couple steps after that first roll, and I'm trying to roll again here, but I jumped. And because that jump, you want to do 2 rolls and get behind this little thing, this little lip, and he won't be able to shoot you. But since I did that jump, kind of messed it up. So this is what you can do if you actually get hit or get that like stutter stop instead of rolling out of your jump. Don't give up. That being said, give up if you really, really trust it, because sometimes you're going to lose a lot more time if you don't get this part right. So I am mashing, because you can get up faster, and how I get up faster is I mash R1 and triangle, basically the roll command. So I'm going to roll once, roll twice. I'm going to get hit. I can take one more hit without dying. But now I'm close enough where 1 roll, 2 rolls, he hits the wall, and I'm back. I did lose about 10 to 20 seconds though, so there's a pitless route. I won't explain it because I don't know it well enough, and I just jump into that hole, and we are golden to get to his feet, and that saves all the time of trying, instead of trying to like go all the way around, which is just horrendous. So there is a small time save here. To do it, you want to stand on this like little ledge thing that's above the ground, because then if you jump from there, you hit this 3rd bar instead of the 2nd one if you jump from the ground. So switch to your bow, jump up here. Jumping technique that is good to know. If the moment you let go of your jump, you let go of your grab, because certain times you'll be like notice it like on your way to Hydrus or your way to Avion in any percent. You have to jump up these little ledges, and you can go up 2 or you can go up 1. So if you do the jump, let go of your R1 and then hit it again after you pass that first lip, you'll always grab the 2nd one and it'll go faster. Adam, I don't know who Adam is. I only know a James from the Pokemon world. Yeah. Anyway, jump up there. You can just automatically hold backwards and jump. Don't worry about trying to run around to turn yourself. This isn't a Capcom game. So if you jump kind of in the middle, but kind of left of the center, like you can see you could fit 1 more body. And then you step here. If you do a sideways jump, like completely sideways, you just automatically glitch up there, and you save some time. I'm also having a stroke. But yeah, so yeah, you want to stab. I wonder if I can I can explain this better. Again, right here, when I jump, I let go of the R1 so I don't grab that first or second lip. I grab the third. Standing in this position, oh, I don't know if I can draw this well. There's like some armor and then his actual shoulder. Basically, all this part of the shoulder is ass, and the arrow will bounce off. You have to hit this piece. As you can see, with my first one, I miss. It's like, I might be able to draw a better one. So this is a shoulder piece, and in the moonlight, you can see this piece that comes off right here. I like to aim right here, and it'll hit. And yeah, that's where you want to get the arrow to get it first try. So then you just quickly jump up here. I wait a second, jump back. I jump to the second one. I don't know if that's good, but it's force of habit. And as he's lifting his arm, you want to jump. And it gets you all the way up there. And then you quickly run. Malus's sweet spot. If you're looking at the front of his head, like, because his head kind of looks like this, and the sigil's like this. If you're looking towards this picture how it's drawn, just like on like, if I flattened out his sigil, so it was like this. You'd basically, and this is the front, by the way. This is his eyes are down here. Stand here, your feet here, facing this way, and just grab, and you'll be in plant position. So from plant position, it's really easy. I do hold the stab for an extra second so I don't get bounced out like I accidentally almost did here. So you don't get bounced out sideways, but when you're charging this one, if you stab too quick, he'll just like bounce you out. That's why I hold it so it's like when he's rearing back. And that is how you play NTA. I hope this has been informative. And for anyone who wants to run NTA, the timer starts when you start Velis. The timer ends the moment the cutscene plays on Malus. And yeah, I'll highlight this, so I hope everyone enjoyed.